All right, we are live. Yeah, we're gonna hop into the testing of this. I'm gonna throw in a chat just to see if this works for me. Are you working? It works. It works. I made a thing happen. You can see that I tested it earlier, and I just wanted, while I was off stream. Now I want to check and see if it works on stream. This is my new chat screen. So yeah, I made this today. It was lots of fun. Not annoying or frustrating at all. Sarcasm. But yeah, this is the new look of the chat screen with a nice old tube TV, an asset that I got off Canva, and then I cropped out another TV antenna. I actually made that pseudo Atari that pseudo Atari on the bottom right, with a bunch of different shape assets, and then yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I even made the shadows and everything. So it took a lot of working, and then the image mask was not fun to make for the camera. It is actually separate from the TV. I can even show you. Let me unlock that. So you, oh. Nope, don't want to do that. I want the webcam. There we go. So it's actually separate. Fine tune it back on there. There we go. But yeah, I had to image mask my cam in the shape of the screen, which was not fun to do. But I got it all worked out. It all worked out okay. So yeah, I'll be able to have a nice chat screen. I've got Little Retro up on top of the set. There. Yeah, just right there. Little Retro's hanging out. He's just bouncing his shoulders, raising those eyebrows. I've been working on some other animations. I will show them off when they are all done. And eventually we will have like full-on animations happening all over the screen and stuff, which I think will be lots of fun. And I want to eventually make the animations interactive, so you guys get to like make Little Retro do stuff. That is the plan. It just takes time, and it's just me animating everything frame by frame, literally clicking every pixel with just my mouse, because I don't have a drawing tablet yet. So yeah, let's hop into the Minecraft. Alright, let's throw the sound on in here. There we go. So I've taken a few days off from Minecraft, not really playing much at all, so it's been nice. Just taking a little breather from it. I messed around in 1.19 for a little while, and that was a lot of fun, but it was I was like, I need a little bit of a breather from this, so I've been playing some GemCraft on stream, all that good stuff. So we've got a lot of things that we need to do. First thing, this nonsense in here, these guys, these yahoos, I gotta cure them all. I've got to cure a couple of zombie villagers down in the pumpkin and melon farm. But we're gonna do some. We need to get fermented spider eyes, which will be good for us to get those, to help make those potions to help cure the zombie villagers. Ooh, I hear it clicking. There they go. Yeah. But yeah, we got lots of chores to do. We need to... We'll periodically check on that one villager to see if we can get him to get that last set of fire protection 4 that we need, so we can have one. The first enchant being the only enchant we need. Oof, 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 big oof. Okay, we need to really do this. Off stream, I went and I emptied out the bone meal recycling that I have set behind it because it was full. But we are going to eventually have that set up for mass storage of that, and or just dispensing straight into lava. Combining watermelons is one of my least favorite things to do in Minecraft. So that's all we're gonna do for now. Ooh, there's some in here. Okay. We'll just put those there for now. It'll be okay. Let's go check on our carrot farm because it is likely overrun. Ooh, we have a couple of these guys that we need to cure in here too. Yeah. Ugh. It never ends. But these guys should be good in here. I imagine they should be good in here. Oh yeah. Those are good. All right. So one of the big things that I want to do is get those spider eyes. Not spider eyes. Yes, spider eyes. That is what I said. But yes, we need spidery things. So we can make stuff. So we can make the potions, yes. So grab you. You're going to don't need these. Now there should be a spider hut or a dungeon this way. Okay, so we are going to use chunk base a little bit, mostly just for just to find this, and then, you know, I'll minimize it once I'm done. But it's as likely the spider dungeon. So we will take that likelihood and set up a little camp over there. see, am I going the correct direction? Oh, yeah. All right. So we need to make those fermented spider eyes to make the potions for villager healing. What is it called? Zombie purification. Yeah, that's what it's called, I think. Yes. But yeah, we need to do that. That way we can get those villagers back. We can really start utilizing our clerics. We can start kind of really leaning into the whole idea of being able to lower trades and things like that. So it's just things that we need to do. 21. That is all the way over here. That's that. And then we're going to come over here. I don't really have an idea for a design for the spider farm. Spider farms are not my favorite farm to make. They can be a little tedious. They can be a little difficult to work with sometimes. But it's one of those things where once you get started, the killing chamber is really the point where things get challenging, because I love that we can see our island from here. Because they like to climb up walls. You have to be really finicky with a lot of stuff. So the inside design of the killing area, or the collection area rather, is probably going to be very kind of bare bones, very cobbly in a lot of aspects. But we're going to try and make it look nice, because, you know, most of this whole thing is really just about having fun, making builds that we like to use and see. So we're going to try and do that. All right, so let's dig down this way. I actually don't remember what the Y level was of this. Let me look just quickly and see. 38. Okay, and we are at 58. Oh, okay, we don't have to go down too far. It's actually fairly close to the surface. That'll be nice. Won't have to dig out too much. Actually, we'll use this iron as a nice way to turn around, because I think it's back there behind us slightly. digging, digging a hole. Just digging, digging a hole. Digging, digging, digging a hole. Digging a hole, digging a hole. Yes, oh yes, I'm digging a hole. Digging a hole, digging a hole. Yes, oh yes, I'm digging a hole. Hey, man. Where you at? Where you at? I do like getting this iron. I like the raw iron blocks. Once you combine them in the 3x3 in your crafting table. I don't know, they look like a really nice, they're a really good block for adding in dirt builds or dirt paths. In my opinion. Oh. Mine shaft. We have discovered something. Discovery. Or to make it less colonial, we have stumbled upon something that has already been here. And we are not claiming this as a thing that was lost. It was already here. We have just now also been made aware of it. Oh gosh. Did you see? I saw the edge of that creeper. There he is. There we go. Oh goodness. Okay, we need to play this a little safer. Just a little bit. We need to get up here so we can craft. Oh. I saw somebody. Okay. Bum bum. Bum, 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 bum. Boom. Oh, I got caught too. I got caught too. Ah. Okay. Ooh. There we go. I haven't found any loot yet. That's very sad. Okay. There we go. I get excited when I don't run into mobs. When my chance of death is lower, that's when my excitement goes up. Alright, we'll stay away from that for a minute. There's lots of good ore down in here. We will come back and grab that iron and coal. But I just want to make sure I'm set up for a little bit better success. We won't go down yet. We'll go up here. There we go. Oh, I was gonna say, how did he get hurt? I was like, oh yeah, that's right, I have thorns on. Oh, there's some water. Some water! Just spamming torches. The torch spam is so real. Okay. This must be where I got that creeper. Okay. Let's light this up a little bit more liberally. I'm in a take no chances kind of mood, I think. I would rather not, oh goodness. I would rather not die and lose all my stuff. That's a preference of mine. It may not be a preference of yours, but it is a preference of mine. Boom. Check out this loot. Okay. We'll come back for you. So we were just exploring. Alright. Now there was a couple places where I could like go down. Where are those places at? Yeah, let's go down here. Oh, we were going fast. So many bats. Ooh, 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 ooh. Got him. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Bat head. I don't think that's our first bat head, but it is a bat head. Oh. Oh, it's just a single, okay. Ooh. I feel like I'm discovering something. Oh, it's not discovery. I have stumbled upon something that has clearly already been interacted with by someone else. So I am seeing it for the first time. Not discovery. We are not we are not colonial Columbus here. There's another place we could go down, I believe. Ah! You scared me. There's not a lot of loot chests in here, which is fine. It's just kind of surprising. Alright, let's go up top. Let me look at the, once again, 612, 3820, negative 612, 3820. Guess there's supposed to be a mine shaft next to it. Interesting. Boom. Alright. Now, let's see if we can pinpoint exactly where that is. A few blocks up. So something tells me that there is no zombie spawner here. I have been bamboozled. I have been bamboozled. No zombie spawner, or no spider spawner. Bamboozled. Bamboozled. Well, let's collect all of the good resources and we will pack it up and head back. And see if we can find another one. Coal. Any good stuff back here? A little bit of good stuff. A little bit of the good stuff. Okay. Oh, I am digging this so much. No pun intended. There we go. All right. Coal. Lots and lots of coal. Okay. Wow. That is a good amount so far. Pretty impressed with myself. And my digging abilities. So I had a pretty relaxing day today. Oh. Have I not? Oh, there's more. Well, look at that. We discovered more. Maybe we'll find our spider spawner finally. But yeah, I had a pretty relaxing day today. Didn't do too terribly much. Made my chat screen, the one that I showed earlier in stream. Let's see, what else did I do today? Got a lot of just busy work done behind the scenes. Caught up on some videos, returned some emails. I have an interview tomorrow with a school down in Kansas City. I've actually interviewed with them before. I had to turn it down just because it wasn't, they wouldn't have paid me enough to justify the drive. Like, it's not like I would be out money. It's just, it's about an hour-ish. It's like 55 minute drive, which isn't too bad. I've done it before. But with those kinds of drives, I would like for the compensation to be high enough to kind of offset the stress of this, you know, the stress that it causes for driving that much and commuting that much to work. And that's just one way. So my preference would be to, you know, I would love to teach at that school. I think the school is great. I've seen a lot of stuff from them. Love to teach there. If I could teach from home, oh, it'd be perfect. Because then I could still interact with the kiddos without having to kind of sacrifice my sanity for the commute. Because commuting is pretty mind-numbing. I did it for quite a while, and when you have a pay that justifies that commute, it, like, at least, like, it's good. It's, you know, good money. I can live with it, you know, kind of a thing. And I don't want to have to do that for a job that isn't compensating me enough to justify it. I don't want to feel, I don't want to feel like I am being held back financially from a teaching position, or that I am neglecting's not the right word. Feel like I'm resenting that position because I'm commuting so much. I don't want to ever feel like that, especially about a school. In a teaching position, I don't want to feel like I'm resenting it because the commute is kind of killing my sanity. So we'll see how it goes. It's a different principal than was there when I first interviewed, and I feel like I will get along with this person a little bit more. I feel like we will find more compromise, just from the correspondence I've had in email form. The interview I had with the principal before, I could tell he and I had very different philosophies when it came to not to teaching, because a lot of philosophies overlap in teaching, but there were some fundamental things that I feel like we wouldn't have been able to make it work. But I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to teaching, and I want to teach, and I want to make music with kiddos and just have lots of fun. Like, teaching music it's so much fun. It's super stressful because you have to be on all the time. Like, you essentially have to be a clown. Like, for me, that's the only way I can do it, is to be a clown. But I have to be a clown for 8 hours straight, and that's exhausting. To be performer, teacher, classroom manager. It's all in one. I'm gonna dump off all of these resources and go back, because there is plenty more. But yeah, I'm excited to interview for the position. I'm interviewing virtually, which is nice, which means I can just, get ready for the day, get all cleaned up, look nice, at least from the waist up, and just chat. That's one of my favorite things about interviews. I actually really like interviewing. Interviewing doesn't really stress me out that much, which I know it can be a stressor for a lot of people, but it really doesn't bother me too much. I like what I do, and like, I enjoy teaching. I enjoy the whole process. So, interviewing is just part of the thing. They have to win them over in personality first, which can be stressful in and of itself. But I don't mind interviewing. But it'll be exciting to make music again with kiddos. I get to kind of make up for it with my kids at home. Which is nice. It is nice being able to be home more. That's one of the things about working from home that I really enjoy, is that, you know, I get to see my kids go off to school each morning. I get to see them right when they get home. I get my oldest daughter off the bus every day. And then when I was commuting before, I would leave before they would get up, and then I wouldn't be back home until right before dinner starts. And so all of my snuggle time, all of the bonding time was just gone. All of my time with my kiddos was just taken up with, or taken over by driving 2 hours a day, you know, an hour each way. Driving 2 hours a day, it was just too much. So working from home has been cool, like nice for me personally. Financially, meh. It's a meh. If this ever turns out to be something that I can financially do, I would love to be able to, but as of right now, it's technically cost me money to stream. Technically. But I really like it. And I have lots of other things that I like to do. I like to do animations and make art, so I like to make music. I like to do acting and performing. So I do that stuff as well, and most of that, 99% of that is unpaid. Oh, is this more that I have not unlocked? My goodness. And in fact, most of the work teachers do is unpaid. But I like to do stuff. Keep myself busy, occupied. Makes me feel like I have, a personal life by filling it up with stuff. Oh. Okay. Let's just go ahead and close that up. Bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. Let's organize you a bit. Okay. Say I heard you. Where'd you come from? Did you come from up top? Oh yeah, I didn't check up here. Ooh, this is a nice little coal vein. Oh, hit some water. You know, just thinking about something. So there are a couple comics that I like, and some that I've grown to not like. As I've gotten older, like people always say, you know, the older you get, the more conservative you get, like in views. And I feel like with my generation and younger, maybe my generation and younger, I feel like maybe the generation above, maybe Gen Xers too. But with my generation, millennials, and younger, I feel like as we're getting older, we're getting way more liberal, but like, I don't want to say less tolerant. I think we just put up with a little bit, we're putting up with a little bit less, like hate rhetoric as we get older. Like there's some comedians I like that kind of push that line for me. One of them is Tom Segura. Like I like him. I think he's really funny when he is not being horribly fat phobic or transphobic. A lot of his stuff is pretty funny. Like his jokes that aren't even in that in that ballpark of stuff are pretty good, and like there's nice little critiques on culture and stuff, which is totally fine. I totally dig culture critiques, even if it's like even if they are bad takes on generations. I feel like I can tolerate those more than just any sort of homophobia or transphobic jokes. But lately he's gotten into being kind of fat phobic, and I'm just like, you know, you're a bigger guy, and it's one of those things where that shouldn't be the reason why you don't make those kind of remarks, even if they are quote unquote jokes. But I feel like that would give you the insight, give you that lead in empathy to kind of to understand why those jokes can be kind of hurtful. But like for instance, he and his wife were making comments on one of the latest Sports Illustrated covers that had a non-typical model on the cover. And I say non-typical because the girl doesn't look like a twig, doesn't look like a stick. You know, and while there is nothing wrong with being thin, they made it seem like there's a lot wrong with not being thin. And I don't know, like they're like, well, the whole point of Sports Illustrated is to have, you know, the hottest of hot models and blah blah blah. And I was like, no, Sports Illustrated is a sports magazine. Like, yes, they have models on there, but maybe they're actually trying to show that you could be athletic in in all different kinds of bodies. Like, you don't have to just be one kind of body to be an athlete. Like Men's Health, like when you look at those, it usually shows like super shredded guys, which in and of itself is kind of a problem on its own. But if we're just talking about Sports Illustrated, it's just like, come on, there's gotta be a better take that you can gather from that than just, oh, I can see she has more skin and more fat on her body than the typical model. We must make fun of her, because I'm sure she's never had that trouble before. Like, it's just the whole idea of punching down just doesn't sit right with me. Like, you don't, like, why would you want to make fun of people who already have it hard? Like, there's a good James Acaster joke about people who, you know, make comedians who are edgy to kind of be edgy for edgy's sake, and they're like, oh, we're gonna make fun of the trans community because because they have it so easy. Yeah, that's like, why would you punch down to a community that already has it tough in normal context, like in normal talk without jokes? Like, I understand that jokes are supposed to be kind of a critique on society itself, which when done actually in that manner makes sense. But when you're critiquing those who are being persecuted by that same society, like you're part of the problem. I don't know. It just seems kind of just icky. Well, like I try to give him a shot each week. So his podcast today with Ron White was fine. There wasn't really anything in it. Ron White is kind of, he has his own things. I like when he makes commentary about some of the ridiculousness of, or the lunacy of certain expectations. I like that part of some of his comedy. The whole, like, what kind of adult movies you like joke where, guys, he talks about everyone's a little gay because guys don't watch just adult movies that have just women. They'll show men and women, and you don't like it when the guy is itty bitty, and so, like, it's one of those things where it's a stupid joke, it's dumb, but it kind of has a good point that there is a lot more gray area when it comes to that than just gay straight kind of thought processes, or maybe helps people understand that liking those things isn't weird, in that there's a couple of jokes of his that kind of have good points to them, even if they are kind of a little infantile. But being a Midwesterner, like, you had to have watched the Blue Collar Comedy Tour growing up. Like, it was just things that kids talked about at school the next day. People repeated those jokes, and so to be in the culture of it, you kind of had to be knowledgeable of it. And I had stepdads and stuff like that were very into those comedians for one reason or another, and so I've watched those specials a lot growing up. So I don't mind Ron White as much as some of the other of that group, just because I feel like he's more of a person who has wild opinions and doesn't care than just says stuff because it's edgy, or because comedy should have no lines. Like, there should be no boundaries with comedy. Like, he's a little bit more old-fashioned, where he's just like, no, I don't care about, this is my opinion on things, I'm gonna make a joke about it. I almost respect that more than the facade of, like, we have to be edgy to be relevant. Wokeness is awful. Like, if everyone's edgy, then really, what's the edge? What boundary are you pushing if everyone is doing that? And if you think that everyone should do that, whether it's a critique that you have on society or not, if you expect everyone to uphold that same sort of mindset about comedy, like you're contributing nothing more than just being an a-hole. You know, like part of a critique is the kind of reformation of it. Like what do you do instead? Offering suggestions for things, and if your only suggestion is just stop doing that because I can't be funny without it, then really calls into question your imagination in your comedy. My favorite thing is when comedians get mad that people don't like their jokes, because it's like one of those things where you are using your right to have an opinion to come after people for having an opinion. And you're like, I'm using my opinion to tell people that they shouldn't voice their opinion. It just, I don't know. I find it amusing. Like all people really, when they respond to that kind of stuff, are doing is just saying, we don't like that. We don't think that's funny. And they're like, well, you're just, and then they just lay into insults of wokeness or what have you. You know, there isn't any like intelligent defense to what they come up with after they hear that people don't like their jokes. You can just say, that's fine. You know, not every joke is going to be for everybody, and that's okay. If this joke, I don't like that. If I hurt you, if I offended you, then I'm sorry, because then that just says I wouldn't say I'm sorry if I didn't know it offended you, kind of thing. Because then you're only apologizing because you hurt somebody. You're not apologizing because you recognized that it is hurtful. But, if you're like, oh wow, I didn't know that this joke was offensive in this community. Thank you for educating me on this. Or, it doesn't even have to be as kind of hokey as that. There are lots of ways to find that your joke doesn't land well and then figure out a way to still be able to tell jokes without your only defense being, well, I'm a comedian, this is what comedians do, get over it. If that's your only defense, then then the joke doesn't stand up on its own. It's only standing up to the fact, well, it's comedy, and comedy should have no limits. I'm like, it does, because if it didn't, you'd be saying other things, and you don't say those things because you recognize that they're off limits. Like, there's a lot of jokes that comedians don't say anymore, or that even edgy comedians know that are like, nope, that's crossing a line. And they know that because of what the society around them tells them. Which is exactly what they're criticizing when they say, it's just a joke. But anyway, long story short, there are comedians that I like, but I don't like all their stuff. And Tom Segura is one of those comedians. Like, there's a lot of his jokes that I do find really funny. Because a lot of his stuff is like stories. Like his Mike Tyson one is really fun. It's just a story about him kind of meeting Mike Tyson and that unusual interaction that a comedian and a celebrity like Mike Tyson could have. But yeah, I like that kind of stuff. And I'll watch his podcast with Bert Kreischer, and what's funny is that when Tom is with Bert, he is more straight-laced, I feel like he is more mindful of what he says, because Bert's the person who goes too far, and Tom's like, oh my gosh, like, you gotta stop, kind of stuff. It's always weird, because Tom usually kind of comes out of pocket a little too much when he's with his wife, and I don't know if it's like I need to be funny. I don't even want to suggest that has anything to do with, you know, it being his wife there, but there is a difference in how he behaves. Like, there's a difference in what he talks about and how he talks about it and the tone he uses, whether it's sarcastic or not, when he's with Bert than when he's with his wife. Which it's one of those things, I don't find it suspicious or anything, I just find it interesting that there is a notable difference. Oh man, Sprite is so good. It's delicious. Jamming out to your own music. Oh, what was it? It's gone. Had a thought, it disappeared. I saw a video that Il Mango put out that was essentially an automatic warden farm, and I'm like, oh my gosh. It's so extra. But like, I totally want to build it. It would be ridiculous. Alright. I think we have more down here to get. Is it up here? No, I think I got that. I think I got all of that. Is there more up here? No, got all that. Oh, there's some. Gotta get it. Ooh, my wife and I. So I've been watching Stranger Things since it first aired, and so I was getting ready for season 4. But my wife had never watched any of it, and she was like, "Oh, I want to watch season 4 with you." I was like, "Well, you need to catch up and watch all the others." And so I rewatched with her, and so we finished Stranger Things season 4. Waiting now for part 2 of season 4. I'm so excited. I didn't call the Vecna twist, but there was something interesting about the Vecna kind of reveal And if you haven't watched, I won't spoil it. But there's a piece of music that's used in the reveal when kind of Vecna does his big monologue to kind of give the backstory on who he is. And it is Prophecies by Philip Glass. Now, the reason why that's interesting is that if you watch the 2009 Watchmen adaptation movie directed by Zack Snyder, it is the live action movie, and there is a piece of music that is played when Dr. Manhattan kind of narrates how he was created and like how his body kind of disintegrated and then reintegrated itself. It plays that same music, and I'm wondering, and it's the exact same version of that piece of music, so it's the same recording that's been licensed for that. And so I'm wondering if the writers for Stranger Things use that piece of music intentionally or not, as a way of kind of showing, because with Dr. Manhattan, there's kind of a lot that goes into that character, but part of it, and this isn't all of it, Dr. Manhattan, kind of the point of him is to be this Superman or idealized kind of man-made god kind of thing. Essentially a superhero who can do anything, but because they can do anything, they kind of are slowly being removed from their humanity, and because of, not because of their power, but kind of the way that their power has changed their perspective on humanity and on life and the universe and time. And so there's a lot of deep introspection when it comes to Dr. Manhattan, when it comes to what do you do when you have all this power? How are you supposed to interact with the world? Even if you do save people, you know, how does that emotionally affect you, that you are this almost essentially omnipotent being that can do anything, yet people are still being in danger to the point where you have to save them. So how, so there's a lot of stuff like that. And so Vecna, some of the things that I was kind of getting from Vecna is that because of who Vecna is, again, no spoilers, he was kind of thinking about humanity and the world in not the same way, but kind of a similar way. So it was one of those things where I wonder if the writers, or I guess the music producer who selected the music for that scene, wanted to kind of evoke something similar to what happened with Dr. Manhattan, which would be interesting. Just gonna start digging random holes in the walls, see if I can find something. But I've been enjoying Stranger Things. A lot of people didn't really like the Vecna reveal. I didn't think it was anything to not enjoy. I mean, it was I kind of disappointed that season 4 has been kind of like the secret history of 11 that wasn't ever explained about before. I'm kind of disappointed in that aspect of it because I don't like it. It feels like retconning. And in a way it could be. It doesn't have to be, but in a way it could be. And also there's kind of a thing where the whole point, not the whole point. There was a moment in season 2 where we got to see a different kind of psychic, which I thought was really cool. Kali, and she was her power manifested in a way that let her kind of create illusions, and I thought that was really interesting, and I thought, oh wow, that would be a really cool thing to kind of have, is that maybe each of them had different sort of psychic abilities, but it seems that maybe Kali was more unique, because like they don't really talk about, they mention Kali from in this, but they don't necessarily discuss the point, the fact that she has a seemingly different power set than Elle or any of the other children that were in the Rainbow Room. They do mention that, you know, Callie had left, and so Elle was a little older in a lot of the flashbacks and stuff. So the de-aging of Millie Bobby Brown to a younger version of her than what she was in the first season is weird. It's very Uncanny Valley-like, and I don't know how I feel about it. Like, there's some parts where it looks really good, some parts where it looks really creepy. But I don't dislike the fact that a lot of the children have similar abilities. That's not a huge deal for me. Like, that doesn't like make me not like the show or anything like that. What I dislike is the not mentioning of it, of the fact that there is a difference between Kali and the other children, which I feel like could be explained in some dialogue, but I don't know. So we're going to a spot of another potential spider spawner area, maybe. So let's dig a little bit here. Boom, boom, boom. Use these blocks to kind of cover up this area. Oh, look at that. Perfect fit. That way I don't have to worry about keeping these blocks around too much. There we go. Chest here. Oh wow, what happened there? Okay. Ooh, some water already leaking in. Wait, stop it. Look at the chords again. So 21. We'll go down and we'll kind of cut back a little bit. What is this? Oh, it's a pretty big iron vein. Okay. Okay. I want that. Ooh, little cave here. Oh, is there a ship inside of this? Is this a ship? No way. What is happening? A ship generated inside this cave. Like inside the stone. That's totally a ship. Oh my gosh, that's actually hilarious. I lost me boat. All right, well, okay. Oh, wow. I just drove, or I boated right across that boat. I boated across the boat. Some decent loot in there. Interesting. We got one of those chests. Let's go grab the other one. We don't need the soup or the stew. I was like, what is floating out here? Are those fish? I was like, nope, that's the iron. Don't really need any of that loot in there, but I mean, cool. All right, so let's take this as an opportunity to kind of turn this around a little bit. Oh, I love all these coal veins. You can definitely tell that this this world was generated in 117 instead of 118 with how much coal is lying around all the time. Just readily available. You know, I hope this whole stream doesn't just turn out to be a bust. Oh, okay. Nothing in here. Okay. Oh, I hear spiders. I hear spiders, but I do not see spiders. Okay. Okay, there's a ravine in here. Okay. I don't like ravines, because ravines mean things can just drop on your head. And I don't like that. Okay. Go. Ah! There we go. I love just like getting lost in caves. There's something kind of fun about it. Like, it's nerve-wracking because you're like, oh, how am I gonna get out? You know, you always gotta have your exit. But there's also something kind of just fun about just the raw exploration of it. I don't even know if that makes sense, but like, there's just something kind of fun about it. Don't want to get into the ravine part too much, just because I feel like that's going to get overwhelming. But I would like to... Oh. Thought I saw some red glowing eyes. Who shot at me? I was like, who shot at me? How dare you? Oh, so it's a little mine shaft up there. There's a spider spawner. Oh, I hear spider. But I do not see spider. Some of this one over here. You poop. My least favorite kind of spider spawner, a cave spider spawner. Is there another one? Or is this just a lot of webs? I think it's just a lot of webs. I mean, cool. They're a fun decoration block. If I need to, I can always break them down for string later. I haven't really been collecting them so far. But let's screenshot this. There we go. But we got a couple of spider eyes out of the deal. Let's go ahead and we will dig ourselves out, but we'll kind of leave ourselves a good looking path to do it. Kind of want to light up the area a little bit more, but we won't venture off too far. Would you look at that? Look at all that nonsense. Jeez. Just so much. So much to explore. And there's like a deep slate cavern part of it. Just so much. Alright. Ah! Let me out of there. There we go. Let's see, which way is north? Am I facing north? I am facing north. We are going to dig ourselves north. Hopefully we don't run into it in water. In fact, if we do, I'm going to do one of those numbers. So it all runs into that instead of... Actually, what are you at? Oh, 25? Okay, so it's close. That way it runs into that block there, into that hole. And not into the torch that's on the spawner. we go. Fill that in because we don't need to keep more blocks. Are we not at the surface? Oh, goodness, there we go. Well, hello. Prefer if you didn't come over here. Ah! Get the spider too. There we go. Alright, and then we will put a nice big stone pillar in the sky and shoot this creeper in the eye. And skeleton is going to go goodbye. Goodbye. Haha! So I know kind of where I'm looking for when I come back. There we go. Oof. Big oof. Let's take some of these guys. Is that all the same thing? Yeah, it's all ferns. You know, for decorating and such. We don't need that. Take that. And those. Take that. Yeah. That bed can stay. And we're off. Maybe in between Minecraft streams, I'll think of a good, fun design for the spider spawner. Like the look on the inside, like in the gathering chamber, and then what we'll do for the kill chamber and things like that. Come up with something fun. Boating is just so relaxing sometimes. Like, I'm excited to get to the point where I can use rockets and an elytra, but just boating, just relaxing. Just peaceful, serene. this in. Put this one in. Boom. Let's do this. Put string there. Put that there. And we'll put the bat head. Yeah, we've got another bat head. All right. Well, that is where we are going to cut it off for today, or tonight rather. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. This will be posted on YouTube tomorrow by noonish Central Standard Time. Check me out over on Discord, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, here on Twitch, all at mMrRetro. That's mMrRetro. That's 2 M's, 2 R's, ETRO. I'll check you guys out later. Bye-bye. Oh, wait. We need to raid somebody. Let's find someone to raid. Hi, it's Kai is playing some Minecraft. We're gonna raid. Hi, it's Kai. But go ahead and hit that raid button when it pops up for you. But thank you guys again. Bye-bye.